Hi, everybody. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. I'm here with Crystal George today. We are going to be talking about Oracle cards. And Crystal has an upcoming class, Oracle Cards 101. She actually has two classes coming, but this one in particular, we're talking about the Oracle card class. If you are watching us later and you have a question for us, feel free to put it in the comments. We'll get to it. If you join us live, then we will. Oops, not that one. We're not doing that today.
I don't want to.
We could. But if you want to know more about these events or any events that we're doing, you can go to insightfulinspirations.com/events. But we're going to talk to Crystal today. And Crystal is one of our teachers here and has her own healing business as well. And I'm going to put that up really quick too. So she works with animals, she works with crystals, she works with oracle cards. And we're going to talk today a little bit about why we use oracle cards, why we like them, that kind of stuff. And then just kind of get into what the class will be about, and then maybe end with a little bit of a card reading. Okay. So let's talk just for a second about oracle cards versus tarot cards. And what I think you and I both prefer oracle cards. I mean, we use tarot sometimes, but tell me why you prefer oracle cards.
I started when I first got into just using divinity cards in general. I was more drawn to the oracle because it was a little bit easier for me to understand. There weren't any rules to it. It was more like use your energy and your intuition and read the cards. So I was just more drawn to the oracles in general versus the tarot. I think too, like maybe early on in life, I was told that tarot was like really bad. So I had like an unconscious thinking about it. Not the case at all. I do have one tarot deck that I do use every now and then, but I end up using it as an oracle card deck, sadly. But I do play around with it a little bit. What's that?
I know sometimes the tarot decks also become oracle decks.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the main differences, just for you guys who are in like the 101 space with this, is the tarot does have some pretty rigorous structure around it. There's a major arcana, minor arcana. All the decks that you would get that were labeled tarot are based on a specific format, even if the art is different. Whereas oracle cards can be anywhere from like 30 cards to 90 cards in a deck, and can have all kinds of variations of meanings, like the authors, the way that they put them together. Some of them put it together where there's not an upside down or reverse. Some put together, where it's all very, I feel like the oracle cards, you kind of go with what resonates with you as far as,
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot more variation to the oracle card for sure. And I feel like I can utilize them in a lot of more different ways.
Well, and like you, I was told tarot was naughty too, but there still is some kind of stigma around even oracle cards. But I will tell you that, it's just a really good way to get out of your head and get into like an inspiration space. It's sometimes you can't hear the wisdom because you're too, in your space. So the oracle cards are fun for that. Do you have a favorite deck?
Yeah, I don't have it with me right now, but I tend to use the Spirit of the Animal oracle cards. And I can't think of the author, but I use it a lot in my Animal Kingdom oracle card readings for the collective that I do weekly. I also really like a unicorn deck. I tend to get more drawn to the animal oracle cards than anything. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of different kinds. Sometimes I'll use dragons. Sometimes if I'm really stuck, I'll use this deck. It like totally like smacks down and is like, oh, I am doing that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like sometimes there's some decks I have that are like, all right, just give it to me straight. I need to, and then there's some decks that are like, oh, nice and inspirational and lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really like this one too, just to go with the moon phases to kind of give some clarity around the different moon phases and how I could utilize them the best.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a deck that I carry around with me that I leave in my car. I have
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I have if I'm sitting in like the school pickup line and have some questions and want some clarity, I'll just draw a card really quick. So I use the Yantra deck and the lovely Rebel deck.
Yeah. Yeah. The Rebel deck's another smack you card deck. Yeah, the Rebel deck, FYI, everyone, it cusses, but there is a clean version now of the Rebel deck.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your class. So, there's at the Healing Studio, we kind of have a bunch of ranges of talent, as far as what we like to teach. But sometimes you really want to get involved and get curious, but you're not yet, sure where to start or how to belong or fit in into some group of people that already does all of it, right? So your class is an introduction class.
yep. Yeah. So we will cover how to set up your space for your own personal reading using your 5 tools of protection that you came up with. We'll learn how to shuffle the deck, how to cleanse the deck, how to read certain symbols and colors, messages out of the deck, learn how to tune into the deck and just feel into the deck with your intuition and your senses, your magic. If that deck resonates with you or not.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people bring new decks that they've never used before, which is really great because then we can right away cleanse and energize the deck for them specifically. We'll learn how to use your magic in general. Everyone has a specific that they resonate to, whether it's like feeling, seeing, hearing, sensing. Sometimes you might get a taste in your mouth by just looking at something. That those are all subtle cues that the guides are trying to tell you that pay attention to this. So yeah, it's a really fun class, very intro. We'll learn a couple spreads how to do, which is I really like doing spreads when you're kind of like repeating things over and over, or if there's a specific topic that you're not really sure why things are happening the way they are. It kind of like shows you where you can shift things a little bit. It's a fun class. I really like teaching this one.
Yeah, well, and just kind of for all of you out there who are just getting to know us, we are really laid back. We definitely love new energy. We love those people who have like never even tried to do this before. I mean, we are very I don't know, we're very open to having, new members of our community come and learn this kind of stuff because it's for us it's just kind of is, and it's fun, and it's helpful. And so if you're wanting to know how to use these things, it's it's jumping off point basically. I remember kind of feeling a little intimidated by trying to get involved in the world of Oracle when I first started, and it doesn't have to be like that. It can be
No,
so easy.
most definitely. I definitely remember when I first got my Oracle card deck, I was like, okay, I can't tell anyone that I have one of these. And then I was like, wait, this is silly. I'm just going to talk about it. Not a big deal. It's like talking about any other thing on the street. I mean, it's like, to me, it's like my personal news that I get every day when I draw my own Oracle card. I do my own personal reading card every day, and that's my personal news forecast for the day.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, speaking of personal news forecast, maybe you want to do a little bit of a spread for us or a throw for us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can do a one card reading for the collective. Maybe, let's see, for the day. I can do for the day and for the rest of the week. All right, I'm going to use the angels, this angel deck, angel power wisdom.
Okay.
Yay, gum 3. I think I got this at the healing studio.
Probably.
Okay, so yeah, set up my space. And then I like to shuffle. Everyone has their own little routine, and whatever is best, whatever works for you is what works. Okay. Let's see. Here we have timeout. Take time for a much needed break and relax. Ooh, I like that. Nice. Beautiful. So this card, lots of messages in this card. Wow. There's lots of helpers in this card. There's little fairies, the universe, the lotuses. She's kind of floating, relaxing, going with the flow for the rest of the week. There's not any doing in this card. It's a lot of being, a lot of introspective for today and the rest of the week, allowing things to come to you. The lotuses are definitely speaking here too, and there's this little like fairy in this lotus just hanging out, just like soaking it all in. Yeah, I can just be, relax, rest, allow your manifestations to work their magic that you've been creating already. There's nothing to do about it. And soaking that in. This is a really nice card.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, everybody. So take time out. Come play with us at the Oracle card class.
Class, yep.
Yeah. So at the time that we were recording this, the next class is coming up of February 11th at 10 a.m. If you by chance run across this video at a different time, just come check us out. We offer these classes, throughout, like, sometimes once a year, sometimes more than that, especially if you guys are asking for it. So so just come check out. Let me put it back up again. Come check out the events page, and then if we get into a place where you have more questions and you aren't ready to jump in, like I said, if you put a comment in the comment section, we'll help you out as well. So all right, well, thanks for hanging out with me, Crystal.
Yeah, thank you. It was great. It was really great. I love Oracle cards. They're so fun.
They are so fun. All right, bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.